And the Golden Globe goes to Hamnet, at least for Best Actress in a Drama and Best Motion Picture Drama. So I will say it's the 2026 Golden Globes held some surprises, held some great moments, and I'm here to talk about the movie portions because, well, let's be perfectly honest, I'm a lover of movies and I love to talk about movies. And as Stellan Skarsgård said, cinema should be watched in cinemas. I'm John Rentham with my review of the 2026 Golden Globes, just the movies. It's nothing against anybody, any of the great talents in the TV categories, but besides It, Welcome to Derry, I didn't watch any series. I don't have the time. I may get into some of these shows, maybe, possibly, we'll see. But yes, Hamnet. If it wasn't going to be sentimental value, and goddamn it, I'm going to talk about that here in a bit, at least Hamnet won for a couple of them. If you have not seen Hamnet, you absolutely need to. It is a fucking gut punch that just hits you over and over and over. Paul Mescal, Jessie Buckley, Chloe Zhao as the director, magnificent stuff. Jacob Joop, great performances all around. What a goddamn just massive emotional blow that ending sequence was. Good grief. So that being said, I have notes. And I also have the winning category. So let's just get to that. So I do want to talk about the red carpet. Kevin Frazier and Nichelle Turner, yeah, okay, let's get better hosts next time. These two were really fake. The audio pitches were terrible, by the way. So Nikki Glaser was also the host again, and I'll talk about her in a minute. Elle Fanning, my word, my word. Jean Smart, good on her for still acting. I believe she's in that show Hacks. And words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be. Words of wisdom, let's keep our heads. She was basically trying to dance around the whole goddamn thing of, hey, some of y'all need to stop supporting this bullshit and actually abolish ICE instead of supporting it. And actually try to have a more level-headed response than I would. Fuck y'all if you think that the unrest going on is something that could have been avoided. Well, actually, to be fair, if you had voted properly, it would have. But now, thanks to you dumb motherfuckers, we now have to pick up the pieces. Pick up the pieces. But let's get to the awards. Paul Mescal, he is kept so busy. Natasha Lyonne is so New York. Dwayne was peddling his tequila here. Probably need a lot of it afterwards. Ariana Grande was then later filmed or photographed with Steven Spielberg. And you know what? That's a collaboration I need. Jennifer Lawrence forgot half of her goddamn dress. Chase Infinity, really happy for her. I don't know why she skinned a couple disco balls to make her dress. Pamela Anderson, Michael B. Jordan, and more. I'm so thrilled for Jessie Buckley. More on her in a bit. So yeah, let's get on into it. Montage of TV and movie clips. And Nikki Glaser, look, some of her jokes hit. And when they hit, they were pretty funny. She is bright. She can be funny. She is beautiful. And she was a fine host. There were a couple moments I didn't like. But, the award for most editing goes to CBS News, where you can see BS News. Yeah, whoever's in charge of CBS News, by the way, cutting the stuff in 60 minutes. Hey, you can critique whoever the fuck you want, especially the melting blob piece of shit that has cognitive abilities that of basically a rotted fucking turnip that can't fucking do anything anymore, can't fucking hold a goddamn meeting properly without getting up and looking while he's talking to executives that probably could give two shits whether he dropped over. So yeah, fuck y'all for this shit. So anyway, Leonardo DiCaprio did become the butt of a joke, though. The awards that he won, all before your girlfriend turned 30. To be fair, yeah, kind of gross given his age. But Sean Penn looking like he literally stuck his finger in every light socket before he got to the goddamn table. He was looking like a leather handbag and starting to look like Popeye. And yeah, at least he was having fun. Kevin Hart, he got made fun of for being really, really short. And there was even a point where Ariana Grande, I'd like to, hear you read the phone book or sing the phone book. Pick up the one that Kevin's sitting on. So, Best Supporting Actress in a Motion Picture. And basically, as I just get my notes here, because I run a professional show, so we have Best Supporting Actress, that is Amy Madigan from Weapons, Ariana Grande, Wicked for Good, Elle Fanning, The Sentimental Value, Inga, Iv's daughter, Lilianis, probably screwed that up for Sentimental Value, and Tiana Taylor from One Battle After Another, and the winner was shockingly Tiana Taylor. Okay, I'm going to say right now, One Battle After Another was tremendous, and Tiana Taylor was overcome with emotion, gave an impassioned speech, thanking her family, thanking her colleagues, and promoting the fact that, this should be a message to many that want to give up on their dreams. Just don't give up on your dreams. And that's great, and Tiana Taylor was tremendous in this movie. So no hate here. I just would have picked either Inga from Sentimental Value, or I would have picked Inga from Sentimental Value, to be perfectly honest. And that's again, no fucking disrespect. No fucking disrespect at all. Nothing even against Ariana Grande, who is pretty much the best goddamn part of Wicked for Good. But there we are. So then we got Best Supporting Actor in a Motion Picture. And the nominees were... these were some questionable choices. I mean, Adam Sandler and Jay Kelly, he was good, but the movie wasn't that good. Benicio del Toro in One Battle After Another is who I thought it was going to be. Jacob Elordi, I actually thought he could have been a dark horse from Frankenstein. Paul Mescal from Hamnet, I was actually hoping it would be him if it wasn't for the winner. Sean Penn from One Battle After Another, and the winner, Stellan Skarsgård from Sentimental Value. And he gave an impassioned speech saying cinema belongs in, or should be seen in cinemas, and was very overcome with emotion. And I'm very, very happy for Stellan Skarsgård. Sentimental Value, my favorite movie of the year. Magnificent. Well done. Just a fan-fucking-tastic movie. I would have loved to have seen Paul Mescal win, but I'm glad Stellan got his just due. So, yeah, good on Gene Smart for winning that, for Hacks, and Noah Wyle for winning for The Pit. It's nice to see that Noah Wyle could play a doctor in a television series at least once in his career. So, Nikki Glazer does a podcast, Nicole Kidman AMC thing. Why is Best Podcast a goddamn category? I mean, that would be like nominating, wanting my shit to be nominated for YouTube Awards, when I'm just a random goofy guy talking about, movies and stuff. Charlie XCX presented Best Original Song, and my word, what a beauty she is. Can't wait for the moment. That's actually going to be quite fun. So, we talk about Best Original Song. Dream is one from Avatar, Fire and Ash, and Miley Cyrus can sing. It's just, I think had it not been in such a high-profile movie, I don't think it would have been nominated, whether she could sing or not. Golden from K-Pop Demon Hunters. I Lied to You by Sinners, which I actually thought might have possibly won. Best scene in the goddamn movie, by the way. No Place Like Home and The Girl in the Bubble from Wicked for Good. And Train Dreams from Train Dreams. At least it wasn't Train Dreams from, I don't know, like Garfield the movie, which I know came out in 2004, but shut up. So the winner was Golden, K-Pop Demon Hunters, and yay, there you go. And rejection is redirection is what the singer said, which I can't pronounce her name. But really good on them, really happy for them. K-Pop Demon Hunters, to me, that and Sinners are two best soundtracks of the year. And I really, really do hope that that Huntrix can have some great, stuff. Well, Huntrix X, whatever. What Huntrix, the actual group, the actual singers, can have some success. I do kind of wish that maybe the movie, the next movie is being fast-tracked a little bit, but it is animation. The way they do it, it could take a little bit longer to do it. I hope it can somehow be brought out in 2028, but I fear it's going to be 2029. So hopefully keep the momentum going for a few years, provided the world doesn't blow up by that point. And, okay, Nikki tried to do a singing thing. Don't ever do that again. I was wondering why the stagehands were stripping her and why they stopped. Fran Drescher showed up. Sounded like she smoked 3 packs a day. And then we go to Best Screenplay. Macaulay Culkin presenting And good on Macaulay Culkin. Seriously, he seems like he's, really done well for himself. And the best screenplay for a motion picture, Chloe Zhao and Maggie O'Farrell for Hamnet, Jafar Panahi for It Was Just an Accident, Joachim Trier and Escovat for Sentimental Value. I do want to shout Escovat's previous movie, The Innocents, which you need to check out. It's a really, really terrific movie. Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another, and Ronald Bronstein and Josh Safdie, Marty Supreme, and Ryan Coogler for Sinners. And the winner is One Battle After Another. Not necessarily surprising. I don't know if I would have chose it for best, but I get it. And there we go. So, Best Actress in a Musical or Comedy. Even if you could question if some of these were actually, musicals or comedies. But we go for that. So actually we just get that list. So I got a lot of paper here, so I do apologize. Best Actress in a Musical or Comedy. I run a professional show here. So we go Amanda Seyfried in The Testament of Anne Lee, which I still need to check out. I think it's coming out either later this month or early next month, so just in time for the Oscars. And we get Jason Fandy in One Battle After Another, who is magnificent in that movie, I should say. Cynthia Erivo was not there. Oh, darn. She thought she was too good for the Golden Globes. Just go back to doing stage acting. It seems to be what you enjoy doing the most. Emma Stone for Begonia. Kate Hudson for Song Sung Blue, which surprised me. Song Sung Blue was good. I guess by default. And Rose Byrne for If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. Now, I thought they might have either given it to Emma Stone or Chase Infinity. They gave it to Rose Byrne, and I erupted with applause, even in my room. And Chase Infinity was thrilled. And I'm so thrilled for Rose Byrne. What a fucking talent. If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You was a magnificent ride that was very difficult to watch with a hell of a goddamn ending that really felt like a crescendo, but also like a smack in the face. Not a slap in the face, but a smack in the face with like a cold, hard slap of reality. And Rose Byrne, I was so fucking happy for her. Great speech. Very deserving. Just poured her heart and soul into that movie. And, Sinners won Best Score off camera during the ad break. Because, and I wasn't even going to mention those because, it just won Best Score because we had to have Nikki do that goddamn singing thing when we could have not done that bit, and guess what? It would have been totally fine. We could have not done that. Sinners winning Best Score, so there you go. Best Actor in a Musical or Comedy, Ethan Hawke for Blue Moon. I like Blue Moon. I don't know if I would have put Ethan Hawke there, but it's fine. George Clooney for Jay Kelly. I mean, it's George Clooney. Jay Kelly, by the way, was just fine. It wasn't great. Jesse Plemons in Begonia. He was deserving. Lee Byung-hun for No Other Choice. Certainly deserved to be there. Leonardo DiCaprio for One Battle After Another. And Timothée Chalamet for Marty Supreme. Easy for me to say. And the winner was Timothée Chalamet. I hope that he kicks Kylie Jenner to the curb because I just can't imagine associating with a Jenner is good for your career. But whatever, he seems head over heels for her. I don't know why. But that being said, good on Timothée Chalamet. And realistically, don't have any issue with this. I mean, I wouldn't have minded seeing Lee Hyung, him. Sorry, I screwed up that name. I'm tired. Lee Byung-hun. He's really, really good in that. No Other Choice, I think, is getting released. If it's not in wide release right now as of this recording, it will be soon. And it's well worth your time. I actually caught it at a special IMAX screen December 8th of 2025. It is weird that we are already basically over a month away from that. Or a month past that. So then we get more TV stuff. Box office achievement, by the way, and this is so stupid. You got a bunch of money, here's a goddamn, award. So let's go with that. Avatar Fire and Ass, as I call it. F1, which did overperform at the box office. K-Pop Demon Hunters, which shockingly, after its Netflix run, made quite a bit of cash in limited runs in theaters. MI8, The Final Reckoning, Sinners, Weapons, Wicked for Good, and Zootopia 2. Fuck even won this? Sinners, that's right. Sinners won that. I actually forgot. Yeah, Sinners, an original idea IP, gave, even if it had taken bits from other movies, I mean, what movie hasn't? Ryan Coogler put his spin on it, and it was so magnificent. A movie that gets better with rewatches. Yeah, Sinners won, so good on them. Nikki is right, by the way, she mentioned about, like, oh, men don't say how they feel, they just tamp that stuff down. We do. We do hide too much stuff, and then we let it out on the wrong people. So Best Director was done by Judd Apatow, who had some fun at his own expense. Judd Apatow actually is a talented filmmaker. I don't know if he's as great as some say he is. I don't think he's nearly as bad as detractors say he is. I, again, have liked some of his stuff, not liked every bit of his stuff, but he had fun with himself, which sounded a lot less dirty in my head, so I'm just going to move on from that. Best Director. So here we go. I actually forgot where the fuck I wrote this. So, Best Director is either Chloe Zhao for Hamnet, Guillermo del Toro for Frankenstein, Jafar Panahi for It Was Just an Accident, Joachim Trier for Sentimental Value, Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another, and Ryan Coogler for Sinners. And the winner was Paul Thomas Anderson. I would have gone with Ryan Coogler, to be perfectly honest. Nothing against One Battle After Another. It was a terrific movie. It might sound like I'm dumping a little bit on One Battle After Another that won 4 Golden Globes. I'm not. It's well worth it. It's on HBO Max right now. You should absolutely watch it. Just make sure you don't watch it late, because it is about a 2-hour and 40-minute movie, and you want to have your eyes locked on that screen all that time. But he was grateful, and don't get me wrong, Paul Thomas Anderson deserves awards and accolades that he got. I just would have given it to Ryan Coogler for this. But then again, I wrote down to Chloe or Joachim, I think is actually how it's said. I always screw that up. I'm sorry. So now we go to animated feature. Where the fuck is animated feature? Am I done with this list here? I know how to run a professional show here. Yeah, I think this is done. Okay, this list is done. Let's just move on from that. So, Best Motion Picture Animated. Arco. I have not seen that yet. That's coming out late this month or early in February. One of the two. If the weather hasn't gone to complete shit, if I have to drive a little bit, I'll go watch it because it looks fabulous. It's also short. That Demon Slayer Castle thing that made a lot of money at the box office, I don't know. A lot of people liked it. I'm not into the thing, so whatever. Elio, I saw that. It was a movie. K-Pop Demon Hunters, Little Amelie, or the character of Rain, and Zootopia 2. Best Animated Feature. Keegan-Michael Key and Mila Kunis, by the way, did it, and Keegan-Michael Key did his Toad voice. K-Pop Demon Hunters. Yay. I mean, obviously, it deserved that. Personally, I had Little Amelie, or the character of Rain, ranked above that as far as a movie, as far as a story. But K-Pop Demon Hunters is very replayable, very quotable, and it was one of my favorite movies of the year. I just put Little Amelie a little bit above it. And my, my lists are on Letterboxd if you want to check that out, by the way. So, there we go. Good on all, though. They were overcome with emotion, and really, I'm very, very happy for them. So, Best non-English film, foreign film is what we can just call it. I don't think it's wrong to call that. It's like the Ted Turner International Object thing. But anyway, we have from France, It Was Just an Accident. That the movie's filmed in Iran. Not sure how that works. South Korea, No Other Choice. Sentimental Value from Norway. Sarat from Spain. Sarata? However you say it. That's going to be coming out, I think, in February, and apparently it's really good in IMAX, and I am going to see that in IMAX. The Secret Agent from Brazil, and The Voice of the Hind, Rajab from Tunisia, however you say it. Sorry. I mean, no disrespect. I actually have not heard of that last one. But if it's that good, if it's out on streaming at some point before the Oscars happen, I'll watch it. I will absolutely watch it. So the winner is The Secret Agent Man. The Secret Agent Man. He's giving you a number, and he's going to make sure that your memory lives on. Do. By the way, Minnie Driver apparently is an immortal, because she helped present this. I would have chosen no other choice, or it was just an accident. They cut off the director's speech, started playing the music. Dicks. But no, The Secret Agent is really, really great. I'm Still Here was above that, and I know I'm Still Here was nominated for awards at the 2025 Golden Globes and Oscars, but it didn't get released until, it didn't get released like full outright until sometime in 2025 for me, so that's why I didn't get a chance to talk about it there. But The Secret Agent, I mean, I drove an hour to watch it at a small cinema because I was the only place playing it on Christmas Eve, and it was worth it. Wagner Moore is tremendous. More on him here in a little bit. The guys from Heated Rivalry were there. That's that show about hockey where they go pucking crazy on each other. Apparently, Chappelle Roan's Pink Pony Club played, which captured an image that is very, very funny. And some girl won, a woman won for some show and said she promised her mother she wouldn't say fuck, but the editors didn't catch it, in time at least. Wanda Sykes is here, and not Ricky Gervais, saying if you would win, you would thank the trans community. Because Ricky can be funny, but he's also a full-on bigot. And if you got a problem with LGBTQ people, you are watching the wrong channel. I do not want you here, and you need to pull your head out of your bigoted ass, or you need to not be part of society. Because it ain't against any God that actually would care about people. It ain't against any holy scripture. That's just fairy tale stuff, by the way. So there you go. But Wanda Sykes had some fun. She presented some award, I don't remember what. Nikki is rocking these dresses is what I know. She's hot. At least to me, she is. So, Dakota Fanning, it does not register to me that she is in her 30s. It's a stupid passage of time. More TV stuff. TV series are more Ayo Edebiri and Haley Steinfeld, however you say it. Apparently, like 2 members of the Sinners cast are pregnant. Did they get knocked up on set? Genuine question. So 4 more categories. They went a little bit long here. It was like 4 hour. No. It was like 3 hours and 10, 15 minutes. So we go Best Actress in a Drama. And we are just going to go with, we go Ava Victor from Sorry Baby. I think I said Eva once. I apologize. Jennifer Lawrence and Die My Love. Honestly, she was the only good thing about that movie. Jessie Buckley in Hamnet. Julia Roberts in After the Hunt. I mean, I'm sorry. I love Luca's movies. And Julia Roberts has been good in others. I would say Pretty Woman and Erin Brockovich are two of the finest roles of, like that particular 10-year period. Those are 2 career-defining roles. And I mean that with respect. Well, so Steel Magnolia, but she wasn't in it that long. But we also have Renate Renzva, which I think is how you pronounce it, from Sentimental Value, and Tessa Thompson from Hedda, because they were running out of options, evidently. Hedda was good, but it wasn't great. But the winner, and I took a look at this, I go, they could give it to Jennifer Lawrence. It wouldn't be smart, because Die My Love wasn't very good, but they gave it to Miss Jessie Buckley. And let me tell you, she was so overcome with emotion that she was so thankful. Rocking that dress, looking incredible, looking as only she can look. But she helped carry the movie. Not that Paul Mescal did not carry his load, which sounded a lot less perverted in my head. But Jessie Buckley absolutely deserves to be, to win this. And it was an incredible speech. She mentioned something about a guy bringing his soup on there. And on set, one of the tech people or whatever it was. I am so happy for her because she's been great in other stuff. She poured her heart and soul literally into this movie. Her able to just turn every scene up by just being her, and then just that last scene, sequence, whatever, my God, stuck with me. I was like almost frozen in my chair as the credits were rolling. I got to see a special screen of this about a week and a half before it even came out in any kind of, limited release. So we go to Best Actor in a Drama, and we go Rock the Dwayne Johnson for The Smashing Machine. Virtually unrecognizable, my ass. Jeremy Allen White from Springsteen, Deliver Me from Nowhere. That's the only one of these I have not seen. So if it pops up on a streaming service, or if I feel like watching it, I'll give it a shot. I don't know if he's going to get nominated for an Oscar for this, but apparently he was the best part of it. Joel Edgerton from Train Dreams. He was really good in that. In fact, that movie is an underappreciated thing on Netflix. Michael B. Jordan from Sinners. Oscar Isaac from Frankenstein. As much as I love Frankenstein, it had no business being nominated for this stuff. Technical achievements, sure. Score, sure. The acting was good. It did not. There were others that you could have nominated here. Why was Miles Canton not nominated? Seriously, why was he not nominated? You could instead of Oscar Isaac, you could have Miles Canton and Michael B. Why not? You cannot tell me that he better get nominated for a goddamn Oscar, is all I'm going to say. And Wagner Moore for The Secret Agent. And the winner is, my God, you have got to be kidding me. Diane Lane and Coleman Domingo presented this. Coleman Domingo looking flashy as all hell, and Diane Lane looking as elegant as ever. Okay, Coleman Domingo really, well, actually, no, he does have some flashy. Nevertheless, Coleman Domingo rocking the outfits like only he can. Wagner Moura, good for him. Dwayne didn't look happy. Yeah, that was really fucking worth it, wasn't it, Dwayne? You ruining the last two builds of WrestleMania and then losing the muscle mass and thinking this is going to win. Now you're going to be back to ruin WWE TV. Thanks, Dwayne. So nevertheless, Wagner Moore is really, really good as far as his speech. He says, I think if trauma can be passed down, through generations, values can be too. I'm paraphrasing probably, but that was a really good thing. And Wagner Moura really was great in The Secret Agent. It's a movie worth checking out. If it's playing near you, give it a shot. If it's your sort of thing. If not, if it hits streaming, try to check it out before the Oscars. It will no doubt be nominated for some Oscars. And then we get to Best Musical or Comedy, presented by Julia Roberts, who did shout out Ava Victor's Sorry Baby, and Ava looked very emotional. I will say Sorry Baby is in my top 10 of movies for 2025, and it is well worth checking out. It has an incredible ending that is so simple, yet so complex, as far as her acting, her directing, just the magnificent way the story's told, and a cat. We get to see a cat, and that's great. But I want to see what else Ava Victor does. But I hope that Sorry Baby gets viewed by more people. It's currently on HBO Max. But we just get the last movies. So we get Best Musical or Comedy. Blue Moon. Once again, Blue Moon was good. Did not deserve to be nominated here. Begonia. Really good. Deserved to be nominated. Mari Supreme. I actually thought it was going to be Mari Supreme. No other choice. Nouvelle Vague, which I think had even less of a reason to be here than Blue Moon, and One Battle After Another. And the winner was One Battle After Another. Disappointed. Even though I ranked One Battle After Another as my fourth favorite movie, I still was at let's throw some crumbs elsewhere, but the crew worked really goddamn hard and it was a lot of money, and it did well and deserves the accolades it's receiving. So we then get to George Clooney, who is interrupted by Don Cheadle. A while Don Cheadle appears, as I noted, and mocking George Clooney for having not won an award in a while. And we basically get to our final deal. We get Frankenstein, again, technically yes, but no. Hamnet, it was just an accident, sentimental values. Sinners, or sentimental values, Sinners, and The Secret Agent. Now, I thought because Wagner Moura won, I was like, okay, yeah, Jessie Buckley won for actress, but I bet we're going to get The Secret Agent. We're going to get in the shock. And nope, we got Hamnet. And Chloe was shocked. She couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it, even though I felt Hamnet deserved to win. I would have said that Sentimental Value should have won, but I had a feeling since Stellan Skarsgård only won for Best Supporting only, but still, you know, Spielberg got up there because I believe Spielberg has something to do with helping finance or whatever it was, and picking Chloe to direct the film. Hamnet 1000% deserves all of the accolades that it got and continues to get, and I think it has a chance to win Best Picture. And if it's between this or One Battle After Another, I hope it's Hamnet. I hope Sentimental Value wins, but I very much doubt it. But that being said, those are the movie categories for the Golden Globes. Went a little bit long there, but wanted to talk about some of my favorites and some of the reasons as to why I thought maybe some of the winners should have been different. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter, Letterboxd, Blue Sky handles in the description. I'm John Retland. Until we see award season close later, this is a bad pitch to a finish. Happy trails to you.